Is software patentable? This is one of the questions that we receive the most when we're talking about patents, is whether or not software can be patented. But the real question should be, is there something inventive within the software that can be patented? Because it's inventions that are patented, not the whole software itself, but potentially something within that software. Hi, I'm Jason Rosenblum. I'm an intellectual property attorney. I protect my clients' products, their brands, and their businesses from getting ripped off. So when we're talking about software patents, the case law around it has been in flux for the last couple of years. So a lot of patents have been invalidated. It's been a real struggle to get patents past the finish line at the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office. But with some good planning and knowing whether or not you actually have something that's truly patentable from a software perspective, we can make good decisions about whether or not it makes sense to file for a patent. But a recent example was speaking with a potential client who had basically a Google sheet that they used to create essentially like a survey on. And here I just have a project template, but just wanted a Google sheet in the background to kind of show you the example, because I'm not going to show you which one the client's was actually. But essentially they used this survey with questions to essentially help spit out an unbiased rating of the thing they were surveying. And when we were talking about it, we were trying to figure out what's really going on. And I discussed with one of my software patent attorneys, and I think he gave me a really great answer that I wanted to let everyone know about to kind of help figure out. And basically, if you're just answering and grading something and it's manually being done on a spreadsheet, meaning it's the typical things you would do on a spreadsheet or in whatever type of software it is that you're looking at, data entry process that essentially could also be done mentally, it's not going to be patentable. But if there's some sort of automated algorithm that's executed on computers that would perform the steps different than you would if you were doing it manually with pencil and paper or by clicking around on the spreadsheet to enter the data, then there might be something potentially patentable there still. It's not a definite. So usually, if what we advise the client is that because they were thinking of creating their own software, and in creating their own software, they're probably going to put in there a lot of other features and do a lot of things different than just how it was done in the database. And within that might lie something that's patentable, assuming that it's new, meaning no one else has ever done it or wrote about it. It's non-obvious, meaning it's not obvious from what's out there already to just take part A and combine it with part B type of a thing. So, as a software developer, when you're thinking about is something patentable, is what are you creating that's new? What are you creating that doesn't exist, that did not exist before? That's kind of where you have to start the process of figuring out what, if anything, in the software is patentable, is based all upon what was never there before. Things that have been held patentable, software related, are software that like speeds up computers or speeds up how things are written to a hard drive. Those have all been, anything related to the performance or the actual software improving hardware many times has been held patentable. So we're here. If you have any questions, always feel free to reach out, 888-666-0062. If you like this, please subscribe below. Please like it with a thumbs up. Any comments, we'd appreciate. Have a great day.